All right, this is Thursday, week 7. We didn't know whose backpack were founded on the bus. Okay, so we start with didn't. Notice it has a little red underline. We didn't. You want to put that apostrophe in between N and T. And then no, that's the wrong no. Okay, that's like telling someone no. We want K-N-O-W. That's a pretty common mistake in 7th grade, one that you really should not be making. The difference between N-O, no, and K-N-O-W, which is to know something. Whose backpack? If you look at whose right here, that's not the correct whose, because the whose you should be using is one of ownership. Okay, so it should be H-O or W-H-O-S-E, whose backpack. Were founded on the bus. Okay, so we need to clean that up. Not were founded, we should say was found on the bus. Was found on the bus, because it's only a singular backpack, so it's was, not were. And that's all for number 1. Number 2, Wan Ming's grandmother grows a lot of vegetables in her garden. So Wan Ming's the name of the person, so he owns, it's his grandma, so that's like possessive, so we put the apostrophe there. It's not grandmother, it's grandmother, so we need to add a D. If you notice how a lot has the underline here, that's because a lot is actually 2 words. It's a lot, and so you need to put the space there in between the A and the lot. And then we have a lot of vegetables in her garden. That part's fine at the end there. And then we want to go over to number 3 and 4. Those are pretty simple. Those are just tell the type of sentence they were. David couldn't figure out how to restart the computer. That's just making a statement. Nothing real big there, so that's just going to be a declarative statement. Oops. Go back over here. Just trying to put that in red ink. There we go. That is declarative. Okay, and then number 4, please put your supplies away before leaving the art room. That's telling you to do something, so it's giving a command. Whenever we give a command, it is an imperative sentence. And then finally, number 5, you had a sentence. A good writer must know the nuts and bolts of sentence construction. And nuts and bolts were underlined, and so they want to know, what does that figure of speech mean? Because it doesn't mean you have a bunch of nuts and bolts. What does that, what does that mean when it says the nuts and bolts of writing? Basically, it means the basics, okay, or maybe the common things of writing. Okay, that's all that means when you talk about the nuts and bolts of something. It's the real elementary, basic level stuff. So he just needed to know about sentence construction, which we're actually working on today, so that kind of ties in well. That is all for Thursday, week 7.